Could Erling Haaland flop in the English Premier League? To whom much is given, much is expected. Ever since Manchester City confirmed that Erling Bros Haaland would wear the number 9 jersey to replace Gabriel Jesus, hopes are high, and many fans expect the striker to be outstanding in performance. Will Erling Haaland maintain his goal-scoring record in his new club? Well, anything is possible. It is possible for Erling Haaland to flop, and it's also possible for him to set new, amazing records. Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Kindly ensure you subscribe and click the notification bell. Today, we examine the young talent Erling Haaland, and the big question is, could Erling Haaland flop in Manchester City? Yes or no? We'll find out in this video. Get ready for this experience. Over the years, a lot of football players have had high-profile moves from the German Bundesliga to the English Premier League, but not all of these players have lived up to expectations. In most European leagues, the competition is often a matter of interest for 2 football clubs, maybe 3, but in the English Premier League, there are often 6 football rival clubs who could be crowned the Premier League champions. Think about that. Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Arsenal, Tottenham and Man United. And there's also the West Ham and Leicester City factor to think about. For a relatively small football club like Leicester City to win the Premiership in the 2015-16 football season, this indicates that their EPL has some magical unpredictability. Well, we say this with no disrespect to the German Bundesliga. The Bundesliga is not as competitive as the Premier League. Let's give an instance. In the 2018-19 football season, Liverpool, Spurs, Chelsea and Arsenal made the Euro finals. This was the first time in football history that all 4 clubs in the top Euro finals came from the English Premier League. This record has never been made by other clubs in other leagues, and it proves that the English Premier League is far more competitive and stronger than the other Euro leagues. But should we underrate Erling Haaland because the Premier League is competitive? Certainly not. Haaland has emerged as one of the most outstanding strikers in the world of football after setting amazing records in the German Bundesliga, scoring a total of 85 goals in just 88 games. Erling Haaland was also impressive in his former clubs. Talking about Molde, Red Bull Salzburg and Borussia Dortmund. Man City will certainly not be an exception. If Erling Haaland's done it before, he can do it again. Some football analysts believe that because Bundesliga players don't perform well in the Premier League, Erling Haaland will not perform well. Well, we can say it's a 50-50 thing. Football analysts justify their point with a player like Timo Werner, who has not been as impressive in Chelsea as expected. After scoring a total of 77 goals in his 4 German Bundesliga seasons with RB Leipzig, Timo Werner is yet to showcase that scoring ability for Chelsea. But then, we have players like Aubameyang, who came from Bundesliga and was very impressive in his former club Arsenal. We can go on and on mentioning players like Heung-min Son, Kevin De Bruyne, Vincent Kompany, Dimitar Berbatov, Edin Dzeko, Kai Havertz and a lot more players that came from the German Bundesliga and still retain their impressive form in the EPL. So, as we say, it's a 50-50 thing. And we expect Erling Haaland to join the list of the players that are impressive in both the German Bundesliga and the English Premier League. Good luck, Erling. Your records don't lie. The intensity of play and the runs is much higher in the Premier League. It's an entirely different league, and the style of games is exhausting. It appears there are not any average or bad football players here. Every player is at a very high level. In the Premier League, you will see several styles of play from different football clubs. Sometimes, this style of play can be frustrating to strikers. Traditionally, Man City has always played an open attacking style of football, with a special focus on fast wingers and hard-working, goal-scoring midfield players. Man City under coach Pep Guardiola has developed their style of powerful attacking play, and it's paid off. They're presently champions. Though Borussia Dortmund has a similar style of play, we can all agree that Man City is more intense with this style of play, and the big question remains, will Erling Haaland adapt to this more advanced style of powerful attacking? Yes! Haaland is an out-and-out amazing striker. Erling Haaland pushes on the last defender and is always looking for the chance to find some space down every channel between the centre-back and the full-back. Reviewing his goals in the German Bundesliga, one has to be impressed by his talent, pace and power. He has mastered a start-stop movement which confuses defenders, and he can then swiftly roar past them, often hitting the net. Surprisingly, for the 88kg striker, he was clocked at the speed of 35.94 km an hour in the German Bundesliga during the 2021-22 season, making him the 5th fastest player in the Bundesliga, faster than most of the centre-backs in the English Premier League. Erling Haaland is a creative nine, and he has proved his ability in different leagues. Some of the goals he scores are incredible for a player of his age. He has acres of space in front of him, and his ability to burst forward. With all of this ability, Erling Haaland would certainly not flop in the Premier League. After all, records don't lie. The quality of defenders in the Premier League is more than in the Bundesliga. Again, with no disrespect to the German Bundesliga. In the Bundesliga, several bad and clumsy defenders are not impressive when it comes to critical defence, close marking and making vital saves. In the English Premier League, the exact opposite is experienced. Though there are some clumsy defenders in the Premier League, they still end up being brutal in big games and don't give players much space. Also, in the English Premier League, small teams know how to battle it out, which implies that every goal has to be worked for. There are not many cheap goals in the Premier League. Strikers have to earn the ability to score. Though Erling Haaland can break defence, he still needs to step up his game and be smarter. If he does not do this, he would be a big flop in Man City. Week in, week out, Haaland will have to contend against quality defenders at almost every Premier League club he faces. Fulham, Leeds United, Leicester, Brighton, Arsenal, Everton, Brentford, Crystal Palace, Wolves, Tottenham, Newcastle, Chelsea and Liverpool are all in the top 100 list for at least one good central defender. Can Erling Haaland handle these defenders? We are aware that the player had seen a couple of injuries that affected his performance in Borussia Dortmund, and it seems the Premier League will not make it any easier. Yes, he can. All Haaland has to do is take no chance at hitting the net, avoid unnecessary dribbles, and remain focused. Pressure is very much part of football. Whether you're a young player trying to get a game in an academy football side, or a top player playing at international level, irrespective of the game that you compete in, or the money you earn, you will feel some amount of pressure at some point in your career. Pressure can inspire players to do more. Other times, it makes them perform less. If Erling Haaland takes the pressure too seriously, he might not deliver quality play and would be a big flop. Erling Haaland has to focus on getting good results in each game and not on the fans, money or media. Premier League can make you and can also break you. Erling Haaland has to be careful. Also, the young player will have to battle the rest of the world-class strikers in the league for the Golden Boot award and other key awards, a season in and season out. There will be a battle with Mohamed Salah, trying to keep his award, and other strikers like himself trying to take it off Salah. This could put great pressure on the young striker. No matter how good a player is, if they are not available to play, their talent is as good as nothing. In the 2020-21 football season, Haaland missed a total of 10 games through 4 critical injury spells. But this last season, he exceeded that, with 16 matches missed across 3 different injuries. This is an issue of great concern, and some football analysts think injury might be a serious challenge to the striker's performance in Man City. Erling Haaland has missed a total of 36 career games through different injuries, but the hip flexor challenge and muscular injury of the 2021-22 season have had the greatest impact on the Norwegian. Let's not forget the fact that Haaland's injury leads to Borussia Dortmund's European exit. Borussia Dortmund depended on him, but due to his injury, he missed vital matches, and they were knocked out of the Champions League, being defeated at home by Ajax and away by Sporting CP. Dortmund also dropped to the Europa League, where they played Rangers. Erling Haaland had injury again, missing both the home and away games, as the Scottish side defeated the German Giants with a 4-2 win in Dortmund. Additionally, Borussia Dortmund's chances of contending with Bayern Munich for the Bundesliga title were unsuccessful due to Erling Haaland's injury. Daniel Malen was less than impressive up front, while low-knee Reina Jesus has been a flop. Though injury did not affect Erling Haaland at Molde and Red Bull Salzburg, his sudden injury problem is a thing of concern. With the physicality in the English Premier League, Erling Haaland's chances of having injury is high. If the injury persists, he could be a big flop. A legend will always remain a legend, and even if a lion eats weed, a lion cannot be a goat. A lion remains a lion. Erling Haaland remains Erling Haaland. With that being said, we believe Erling Haaland will still maintain his record-breaking ability. For a player that once scored 10 goals in a Champions League season, 29 goals and 28 appearances for Red Bull Salzburg in the 2019-2020 season, we can't expect less. Thank you guys for watching. We really hope you enjoyed this video. Now, over to you. Let's ask you the big question. Do you think Erling Haaland would flop in the Premier League? Kindly drop your views in the comment section. and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Goodbye.